Okay, what I'm going to show now is some MIDI connectivity. MIDI connectivity is very exciting. It uses the camera connection interface, which was introduced by Apple to connect the iPad to cameras and keyboards. And with iOS 4.2, Apple has made it possible to connect this up to a MIDI device. Now to do that, you need a MIDI interface which is passive. In other words, it's a USB driven interface that is able to be plugged into a PC without requiring any drivers. And I'm using one here, and if I plug it in to the camera port, I can then plug the other end into the iPad, and I can also then plug it into a music synthesizer, and you'll see up on the display it said added a destination there. That means it's found the MIDI device, and now when I use Symphonix, I'm actually controlling now an external synthesizer. Okay, and you can probably hear that because the sound is much higher than what the iPad would normally be. I can use the local and MIDI buttons here. If I turn off the MIDI, now the sound is only coming through the iPad. If I turn on MIDI and turn off local, now the sound is only coming through the music synthesizer. Okay, so what I can do then is get some much better sound out of the system. So for example, I might choose to load, and I can come down here and I might load okay, I'll try this one. Okay, and you'll see it's loaded up the MIDI score. This one's quite good, it's got some tempo changes and whatnot, and when I hit play now, okay, that's coming through the music synthesizer. I'll just turn it down there. I can still play Symphonix while that's going, and I can record from the keyboard as well as play back to it. So it's very exciting because it allows me to compose with Symphonix on the move anywhere I like to be, and then I can come back, plug it into my external device, hear it at full volume and with full musical instruments on actual music hardware.